What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, break it down on what is really happening, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So SoundHound is up 18.53%, $9.38 the high, $7.91 the low. Market does close early today, and so I think a lot of people were anticipating just lower volume, kind of a dormant day. This is complete polar opposite, and plus a lot of volume. So 29.2 million for volume, 37.6 is the average, and that 37 is a full day. And you are seeing a lot of big transactions today. So big money is definitely rallying behind SoundHound. And for those of you that have been following my channel, I've been stating ever since their earnings or slightly before that SoundHound should be at double digits. If they were to give some more operational updates, then most likely closer to roughly that $13 to $15 range. But for face value right now, it should be at $10, 10 to 11. And I think big money is finally looking for discounted AI plays, and that is what is drawing them to SoundHound. A lot of people on social media are saying that this is a short squeeze, so I just wanted to kind of educate and go over that. But no actual news itself, no SEC filing, so it is just optimism, market optimism, more specifically, and honestly, I don't think anyone's going to complain. I've been saying that SoundHound is a screaming buying opportunity ever since it was roughly at that $5 range. I've been posting it on my Patreon as well as my Discord, so pop over to my Patreon in the description below. I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. I just launched it, and I've been having some absolute bangers, so pop over there in the description below to take a look. But when it comes down to shorts, let's go over that for a second. So a lot of people are saying that this is a squeeze, and I think that's just people always, whenever a stock goes up abnormally with no news, they always just say that. But right now, shorts are increasing 656,000 shares. That is net. They tried first thing to really bring it down, to no avail. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So 24.42% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 80.12 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 12.26, and then utilization is 84.71. And shorts honestly has been the culprit on why SoundHound is so suppressed. They should be at that $11, $12 range, but they're not because of shorts. Unfortunately, SoundHound has kind of been plagued with lower volume sometimes, especially prior to their most recent earnings. So if you have shorts, which right now they have been sticking around being little dumbasses for the most part, they are the culprit on why SoundHound has been kind of suppressed. But moving over to some other data, my apologies, internet's not clearly that great right now. But looking here, 10 million in calls, 1.04 million in puts, 58% of all the options being done today are optimistic and bullish. And just to kind of see, today is a very big outlier. So last couple trading days, 5 million, 8 million. So big money is definitely getting in. Not as high as when it did go up on the 22nd, but you can see on the 22nd, it went up 18.19%. So most likely is going to be probably in the 20 million where it does settle, but we'll just have to wait and see. But of the call options that are being purchased, I'll give you a quick overview of that. So of the call options that are being purchased, you see a consensus for it to be above, obviously, like I said, roughly around that $10 range. So the market's finally starting to realize that. And then looking at the bears, people are anticipating for it to be sub roughly around $8. But honestly, there's not really much going on for the bears outside of this current week, which does expire today. So there's a hell of a lot of optimism, and rightfully so. A couple of different things that's really pushing it higher as well is their technicals. So honestly, SoundHound is above all the key moving averages that I like to look at. So 50, 100, 200 day, it's above the ALMA. So yeah, SoundHound's technicals, that's one of the biggest driving factors why it's really moving higher as well. And some things to watch for, at least in the short term though, is based on the fib levels. Just to give you a quick overview of that. So with it right now at 937, it was able to successfully get over this R2. So that was prior resistance. Now that is going to convert to support. So $9.12 is that point to watch for it to hold if there is a pullback or whatever else. And then following one is going to be $8.53. So the market just blew past both of those today. $10.09 is going to be that next strong target. And so most likely it'd be really good if it was hit today, but realistically I think it is going to come next week with jobs data. So stay tuned. I'll do a video over this weekend just on some expectations for this upcoming week, where I see things going. But honestly, I am still very, very bullish. Insider selling, it's kind of an annoyance, but they've always done that, and that's been one of my biggest pet peeves. But I think the fundamental business itself is very, very just undervalued, and the market is starting to finally realize that. So let me know your thoughts on SoundHound. Give yourself a shout out in the comments if you have been buying, if you've been selling. What have you been doing with SoundHound? And my apologies on, I guess, the slow internet and whatever else today. But one final thing, make sure you as well pop over to my Patreon, because I do cover crypto, a lot of crazy stocks that have had some very nice runs. So pop over there. Really recommend that. And plus, I even have some free sections as well on my Patreon, where if you just want to learn options, you can definitely do so. I go over beginner, intermediate options, and I will be posting shortly more advanced stuff as well. So definitely pop over there. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.